So, real quick, let's pop it off like this. Tell the people about you. Intro. Give us what the people need to know. How did you get to this point in your career?
Um, I'm Venus. Started DJing I believe it was like my sophomore going into my, no, wait. I think it was my sophomore going into my junior year of college. So I was at Howard. It was the summer. I was like, let me be the person that, my 13-year-old self would want to be. I got the money, I got the resources, I got the environment. Like, let's do it. I picked up a board. I DJ'd in my bedroom for the most part because I'm in college. So I'm like, I wasn't that good at multitasking. I was like, I'm either DJing or I'm graduating because I could tell like this is going to be something I would be very invested in, and I don't think I had the capability to like balance the two at the time. So
Right.
so it just so happened that like I graduated during COVID, but I moved back. I had no choice but to move back to Atlanta, and Atlanta was the only place I was open. So it really like kickstarted my career. I'm like, okay, I see people like making money, paying rent off this shit. So like, let me try.
Facts.
And I always had this thing like, cause I used to do so much when I was younger, and I would see people like do things when I was younger, and then they kept doing it. Like, okay, good example. I'm from like the East Atlanta area, but I moved to Savannah at a younger age, and like I in my like vicinity was Jada Wada, and like so we didn't go to the same school, but like she was around, and I seen her like we damn near the same age doing her business and stuff. But what the difference between her and me is like she kept going. So randomly, I was like, "What's that girl I used to follow in high school? She used to sell, not high school, in middle school. She used to sell bundles." I looked her up, and I'm like, "Bro, she's like big. Like I didn't know. Like she like." So I say it to say like with DJing, I wanted this to be the one thing that I started and like stuck to. Because at the time when I was in middle school, I was making and selling clothes, but I stopped. I convinced myself that like, cause I moved back to the Atlanta area in high school. And I convinced myself like, oh, I can't do this in, high school. High school was easy. You couldn't do anything in high school. But like, it was just so many things that I started and gave up on. So I'm just like, let this be the one thing that I start and I just see where it goes, you know? And that's how I got here.